Every self-made millionaire and billionaire, by being self-made, started with the same amount of money as you, maybe, and most importantly, they started with the same amount of hours. That's guaranteed. And so the reason why they were able to move faster, to move past you, was simply because they got a better return on their investments, on their time. And so I would argue that most of you spend most of your time doing shit that just doesn't matter. Or to put it in better words, doing shit that doesn't drive the highest return on your time. And because of that, you either get no results or you overwork for the results you get. And so what I want to walk you through today is a system that I stole from Elon Musk and Alex Hormozy, I won't deny that I think that you may benefit a lot from. And this system is simply how to allocate your time, resources, and attention. And there are 5 steps to this. And the first step is question the requirement. Why are we doing this? And so to give you an example, I work out very frequently and therefore I have a really decent physique, as you can see. But yeah, so most of the times when I'm working out, a lot of people at my gym always tell me, yo Mario, you know what, you should start a fitness brand, you look amazing. And my question to that is always, why? And then they get on to saying, because you could get viral, you could make so much money, you can actually help people, give fitness advice. But the why stands for, why should I care? Because there are 3 steps to step 1. So in question the requirement, there are 3 things that you must remember, which is a process called logic, evidence, utility. Logic, what does it mean? The evidence, how do you know that? Utility, why should I care? And so, if we want to bring it back to the first example of fitness, Mario, you should start a fitness brand. And you start by asking, what does it mean? And they should go on to explaining, well, a fitness brand, you make video, you post your physique, you get viral and blah, blah, blah. And after you understand what it is, because you might, of course, we all know what a fitness brand is, but this also works great for things that you have no idea what they're talking about. Because most of the time people talk about things that you have no idea what they mean. They may say something, but they mean something else. And so, after you understand what they mean, you go on to saying, how do you know that? How do you know that I should start a fitness brand and I could go viral on it? And that's a really tricky point, because if someone has no idea, you should already listen to them. But let's say that somehow having a decent physique guarantees that you go viral on social media. So they say, because you will go viral, look at your physique, man. You will for sure go viral, it's guaranteed somehow. And if the first 2 are right, then you go on to the third one, which is, why should I care? Yeah, I have a good physique. Yeah, I can go viral. Why should I care? Right? Because majority of people, as I said previously, spend their time doing shit that just doesn't matter. Because they haven't truly boiled it down to what are the inputs that generate the most output. Which in simple terms simply stands for, they don't know what are the things that give them results. And so, let's say that I actually started a fitness brand. I got viral and I was making money off of it. That's good. But is it helping me in any way with my business? No. It's just a distraction, it's just a waste of time for my personal goals. Because if you can't explain how something truly translates to growth or your company, it just shouldn't matter to you. Okay? You don't do something just for the sake of doing it. You do something because you understand what it will bring you and why you are doing it in the first spot. And so that's the first point. Question the requirement. And once you truly understand all the things that you are doing in your company, on your business, on your life, once you truly understand every single one of them, we move to the second point, which is delete shit that doesn't matter. And so I want to start by saying something which is really bold, but most of you guys can probably get away with deleting more than 90% of the stuff that you're currently doing. Because it's not stuff that drives your business. And so to give an example, after I won 2 school games, I was managing 5 business clients. Me and my business partner, we were managing 5 business clients. And we were helping them get more sales, close those clients, deliver, scale their businesses, because that's my job. But for some reason, we were still doing outreach because we got most of our clients through referrals and outreach. And at that time, we were still doing outreach before winning the school games. We stopped when we won the school games, and after we got many clients, we started doing outreach again. Because we believe that that's what was necessary for us to scale our company. But we didn't really question it. So that's the point one. We didn't question it. So we were just doing outreach while working with our clients. And it was a lot to manage. Imagine working with 5 clients and at the same time you're doing outreach just for the sake of it. It's a lot to manage, trust me, it's a lot. And so after doing it for 3 weeks, I would say, without getting results on top of that, which is worse, we started questioning, dude, why the fuck are we sending outreach? We have 5 clients, they could bring us so much more money if we stop spending 1 to 2 hours a day doing outreach and just focusing more on them. And so that's what we did. We stopped doing outreach completely. And by removing our outreach, we also completely removed switching costs. And so if you have 2 things that you're doing and you remove one of them, not only do you get your time back from the thing that you were doing previously, but you also delete the switching cost between tasks. Because switching between tasks is one of the biggest inefficiencies for the human brains. And this is called attention residue. If you're wondering, you can Google it. So point 1 is you question the requirement. Point 2 is you delete things that don't matter. Point 3 is optimize. You optimize the thing that you are currently doing. So you should always allocate your resources towards the thing that drives the highest return. If you do 2 things and one of them doesn't work, and you spend 50% of your time on the things that works and 50% of the thing that doesn't work, you're just wasting time, as we said previously, so you need to delete. And that's something that I paid a lot of money in mistakes, which I'm about to tell you, which was, we have always delivered a high ticket. Me and my business partner, we only did high ticket, always. And one time, we got a very big client. He had like 200,000 followers and plus. And he did not want to do high ticket. He didn't want to do coaching. He didn't want to invest his time. And he had a school community. So me and my business partner, we decided to say, hey, you know what? Let's try low ticket. It's a good thing that we can learn from, which is true. We actually learned a lot of it. So what we did is we tried to scale his school community, which was low ticket. And we didn't make him some good money. We scaled it to 20, 25 grand a month, which is good because he was making 7K. So we took it from 7K to 20K per month. And it was really stressful. Personally, we don't like low ticket. It sucks. It's so hard to manage. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But it worked for him a little bit. But one mistake we did was that because we have no idea how low ticket truly works, because the way you sell low ticket is completely different from the way you sell high ticket. So we had no idea how low ticket works. So we had to spend so much time learning and adjusting our tactics that work for high ticket to low ticket that we completely changed our business for him, which sucks. That was our bad, but mistakes happen and we paid the price for it. And because of that, once we stopped working for him and we went on to another client and another client again, we still tried to do low ticket because we had completely forgotten that we got good with high ticket. Like imagine, we worked so much for him, we gathered so much information about low ticket that we believed that we were now working with low ticket. And so from our next clients, we also tried to do low ticket for them and it failed. It completely failed. And after analyzing what we did wrong, we realized that we fucking changed our business. We were never selling low ticket, but for some reason after him, we tried to sell low ticket with our other clients. And because of that, we completely failed. Because we should have been optimizing for the things that work, which is high ticket. And so, as I said previously, you have to allocate your time and resources towards the things that drive the highest return. And by the way, if you're still in the beginning stage, so you don't have any idea what the thing that drives the highest return in your case is, and you have zero data to get any idea to begin with, The thing that drives the highest return in your case, if you're a beginner, is advertising. And so there are three things here. Number one, if you have an offer and the offer works, you have had clients in the past, you know it works, in that case, you should advertise your company. Your only goal is to advertise. If you don't know what you should be doing because you don't have clients. If you have an offer, but it doesn't work, you never had clients, you never tested it, you have no idea, you should get free clients and work with them and see if your offer works. And if it doesn't work, you should get feedback from them, from their experiences, and make it better until it works. And once it works, you go back to the previous stage. You have an offer, it works, you advertise it. And the last one is no offer. If you don't even have an offer and you're completely new to this, your job is to figure out what to do. Okay? So let's reverse them. You don't have an offer, figure out what to do. You have an offer, but you don't know if it works because you have never had the chance to test it. You should get free clients, which sucks. I know, it sucks a lot, but it also would suck for your client that paid you if you couldn't deliver to him. So please focus on getting free clients. If you have an offer and it works, you should advertise it. You should advertise it to the point where you seriously cannot do it anymore because you have too many clients to manage. And once you have that, we will get on to, to step 5. But yeah, have an offer. If it works, advertise it. And now, this brings me to the 4th point, which is make things faster, accelerate. And then it's got a very self-explanatory point. You should just make things faster. That's it. Whatever you're doing, you should optimize and try to make it faster than you can. And so I had a client. It was a very big client. And we used to do 1 call a week. So we were getting in a call together once a week. We were getting all the information, all the data, what should we work on, yada, yada, yada. And after our first month of working together, we only made him $4,000, which was our lowest result ever. It sucked because he was working with a niche that we had no experience in. It was doctors. And so we had never worked with doctors before, so we had no idea what sells to them, what they buy on, etc. And so after our first fail and making him $4,000 in 1 month, we only changed one thing, which was instead of getting on a call once a week, we went on a call every single day, besides Sunday. So 6 days out of 7, every single day at the same time. And because of that, not only were we able to do things much faster, not only were we able to get much more data daily and be able to do much more tiny actions every single day, but thanks to all that feedback, the second month we made him $20,000. And the only thing that changed was those micro pieces of data information that we were able to gather every single day. Because in the beginning, in the first week, you always have something to talk about with people. But after 5-6 days, there is almost nothing to talk about. So each day we were talking, laughing, joking, but between the laughing, the jokes, and the chatting, we were always able to get 1-2 small pieces of information that would over time compound. And after 20 calls, it compounded so much that we were actually able to get him a decent result. So, first month 4,000, second month 20,000. And the only thing that changed was that we went from once a week doing a call to getting on a call every single day. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you will always benefit from doing things faster. And I can most likely guarantee you that whatever you're doing right now, that works. If you were to doing faster and you were to doing more of it, you will probably get better results. It's not guaranteed, but at the same time it kinda is. If you want to make things faster, there is 2 things you can do. One, you move up deadlines. So if you have something planned for 2 weeks in advance, you move it to 1 week, 5 days. You really you look at the task that you're supposed to do, and you truly see how many hours does this truly take me or my team to actually do. And then you try to make it happen within those hours. So if you and your team, if you gave yourself and your team a task to do within 2 weeks, look at the task. How long does it actually take in actual working hours to do? Well, 25 hours. Okay, why can't it be done in 3 days? Why can't you and your team just focus on that for 3 days, and after 3 days you have it instead of waiting 2 weeks? Okay. And the second thing, which was one was you move up deadlines, so you make things faster. Number two is what we did with our clients. You increase communication. Those are the things. If you want to make things faster, you move up deadlines, you increase communication. And this finally brings me to the fifth and last point, which is automate and delegate. And so when you make money, you want to start outsourcing the things that you have to do on a consistent basis, so that you can actually do the things that you don't have to do on a consistent basis. And in this case, you can do two things. One, you can have someone else do it for you, so not an actual person. Or two, you can automate it with AI or software, like, I don't know, you can use make.com, I have no idea. And I myself am not at this stage yet, because I don't have anything to delegate. The only thing that I've ever always delegated, besides the beginning stage, is outreach. I work with my clients, I help them get sales, I help them make more money, but we don't do outreach, not even close. And so I don't have a lot of advice to give you on that, because I myself am not at this stage. But simply, once you make enough money, you should probably start delegating stuff that take a lot of time from you. And you should focus on the things that you do less. And so to get the point across, number one, question the requirement. Why? Why are we doing this? Number two, delete. If after you question everything that you've done and you see the things that you shouldn't be doing that are useless, you delete them and you only keep the things that truly must be done. After you delete them and you're left with the things that must be done, you focus on optimizing them. Number three, question, delete, optimize. You optimize what's left. Once the things have been optimized, you focus on making them faster, okay? And once you've managed to make them faster, you start to delegate them or outsource them to someone else, so you can do things that you don't have to do so much on a consistent basis. And that's the system that Elon Musk and Alex Hormozi use. And you can apply this system to anything, right? You can apply this thinking to any system that wants. It will always help you get better results. And so that's the video. If you have any questions, you can just go in the description and follow me on Instagram. And yeah, see ya.